Hour, President Joe Biden is still refusing to send MiG fighter jets to Ukraine, despite a plea from the Ukrainian President to Congress. Volodymyr Zelenskyy evoked the memory of Pearl Harbour and 9/11 as he addressed US lawmakers for an historic speech. Let's go to our Washington correspondent, Annelise Nielsen, who's there for us at the White House this morning. Annelise, what did the Ukrainian president actually ask for?
He's asked for more protection for Ukrainian airspace, and it's the one thing that we haven't seen the White House meet them on, because in particular they do want to see those MiG aircraft go towards Ukraine. But what we've heard from the president is that they are going to provide other assistance, but that would be too inflammatory. Nonetheless, it was an impassioned plea from Zelenskyy. He addressed lawmakers, and it was a moving moment. The moment he appeared on screen, there was a standing ovation for him. There is just huge bipartisan support for Ukraine, even if they can't agree on exactly what support should be going their way. He connected with lawmakers on the very basic level of trying to protect the value of democracy.
I can say, I have a need. I need to protect our sky. I need your decision, your help, which means exactly the same you feel when you hear the words, I have a dream.
Pete, President Biden didn't attend that joint session. He watched on from the White House, but Zelenskyy still had a message directly for the president.
As the leader of my nation, I am addressing the President Biden. You are the leader of the nation, of your great nation. I wish you to be the leader of the world. Being the leader of the world means to be the leader of peace. Thank you. Slava Ukraini.
Later in the morning, we saw President Joe Biden announce $800 million in military and humanitarian aid for Ukraine. That includes things like 800 Stinger anti-aircraft system, 2,000 Javelin. We've also seen 100 tactical unmanned aerial systems or drones. There's grenade launchers, things to try and help take planes down without putting fighter jets in, and 50,000 different sets of body protection. But what we didn't see was that critical request from Volodymyr Zelenskyy for those MiG fighter jets. The president didn't address that in his address. It was afterwards, when asked by a reporter, he gave this answer.
Mr. President, what will it take for you to send the Polish MiGs that President Zelenskyy is asking for?
I'm not going to comment on that right now. I'm not going to comment anything other than what I told you. Thank you.
Speaking of other comments that were picked up by cameras today, Annelise, we did see an off-the-cuff moment today. Love those off-the-cuff moments, where Joe Biden said that he thinks Vladimir Putin is a war criminal.
Look, this is really significant escalation of rhetoric. What we've heard from the Biden administration is they've couched this in terms where they've said we'd support investigations by international bodies to look into evidence of war crimes. They haven't said Vladimir Putin is a war criminal. And this was one of those moments that's quite notable as well, because we don't see Joe Biden do a lot of press and he doesn't get a lot of exposure to journalists. So this was Fox News reporter Jackie Heinrich questioning him as he left the room.
Mr. President, after everything we've seen, are you ready to call Putin a war criminal?
No.
Are you ready to meet with us?
Will you go to Poland? Mr. President, will you go to Poland?
Quite close. Mr. President, did you get a boyfriend with Poland? Mr. President, will you be meeting with Vladimir Putin?
Did you ask me whether I would call?
A war criminal, sir. Are you ready to call him a war criminal?
I think he is a war criminal.
Will you be meeting with him?
We've already seen a response from the Kremlin. Almost immediately, they said that this was unwarranted and it's already inflamed tensions in what you can say is about the worst relationship that we've seen between Russia and the US in decades. But that was a significant moment, and there's likely to be long-running ramifications, especially with Joe Biden heading to Brussels next week.
Yeah, I counted that pause there between the clarification. It was 22 seconds. To be precise, for him to turn around and clarify that statement. So there you go. Annelise, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.